After the last economic crisis, the Tory government were told that austerity would force many into poverty. They ignored that, and now we have 6.9 million people officially living in poverty. Some of the people using this food bank are our members. Of course, while the rest of us were suffering, the top 1% lined their pockets and now own almost a quarter of the wealth of this country.
Now, we can get angry and tell ourselves there's nothing we can do about it. Or we can take action. We have lots of wonderfully active reps and members, and if you're one of those watching this, thank you, but we need more. It doesn't have to be anything revolutionary, and you don't even have to know much about politics. The People's History Museum commemorates and celebrates the struggles and achievements of ordinary men and women who fought to make life better for all working people in this country. That includes the historic contributions of many of Usdaw's pioneers. Looking around the displays, you get a real sense of how ordinary people working together help to bring about change. But there's still more to do, and we can play our part. One of the simplest things you could do is spend a couple of minutes on your phone signing a petition or completing an Usdaw survey. The answers you give help Usdaw campaign on the issues that matter and reflect the real experiences of our members. The more members who take part in surveys and petitions, the more powerful our voice will be. And if you're feeling a bit more adventurous, you could get involved in one of our campaign days, either in your workplace or out on a street stall. These are a great way of raising awareness and getting our message out to colleagues and the general public. And as anyone who's done one will tell you, they're also great fun.
The COVID-19 pandemic showed why we engage in political campaigning. It was thanks to lobbying from Usdaw and other unions that the government agreed to pay sick pay to anyone who had to self-isolate, not just those who tested positive for COVID. For those on furlough, we also ensured pay was based on normal hours, not contracted hours. We pushed for an increase of £20 a week for universal credit to help members on furlough, and we put a stop to their plans to extend Sunday trading hours. We've also had a real breakthrough in our Freedom from Fear campaign. A new law in Scotland comes into force later this year that finally gives retail workers the legal protections we've been calling for. The new law makes it a specific offence to abuse or assault a retail worker.
I think the principle is a really simple one, that if you're asked to uphold the law, you should have the protection of the law.
As a member of the opposition, Daniel had to present a particularly strong case to persuade the majority of MSPs to vote for his bill. And he did it, thanks to the help and support he got from Usdaw and our members.
I wouldn't actually even describe it as support. This has been a partnership. From the very beginning, it's been about dialogue, about the best ways to go about it. It's about sharing research, and I've been working with Usdaw colleagues, both at Scottish level and at a national level.
By working together with the Labour Party, we can deliver changes that will make a real difference to our members. And now we've delivered in Scotland, we'll be straining every sinew to fight for the same protection for all members, wherever they live and work. And of course, this is just one campaign. There are so many things that need to change to make this country fairer for working people. From low pay and insecure work to reform of the welfare system and trade union rights. These changes aren't going to happen on their own. We need to fight for them. So what can you do to help? Well, you can start by going to your local Labour Party meetings and helping decide party policy. You can also help by posting campaign leaflets through letterboxes. And if you're feeling confident, you could talk to people. Tell them what we stand for and find out what changes they'd like to see. People want a better life for themselves and their families. And if we work together, we can help make that happen.
And of course, there's one thing that every citizen of this country has the right to do, and that's vote. And the more people that vote, the more loudly our voices can be heard. So whenever there's an election, local, regional or national, encourage everyone you know, friends, family, colleagues, to register to vote and then to use that vote. It's never too late to get involved in politics, but if you want to play your part in helping all working people have a better life, now is a great time to get started. Get involved and get active, because we can achieve so much more when we stand shoulder to shoulder and work together in union.